guys, it's LB with House of Color. Welcome back to my channel. Today is my pregnancy update video. I asked you guys on one of my vlogs if you guys wanted to see these update videos, even though I'm kind of far along now. I am 25 weeks and Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 3 days. So I'm 25 weeks and 3 days today, and you guys said yes, you wanted to see the pregnancy updates. So here we are with my very first video. Now, this video is going to be a little bit longer just because I haven't done any update videos, and this will be my very first. So we're going to start from the very beginning all the way to date. I am so excited to share this pregnancy journey with you guys this time around. You guys know that last time I expressed to you that I didn't want to share my news just because I wanted to keep that to myself and just have that memory to myself and just enjoy my pregnancy, and I didn't want any noise, outside noise. But this time I'm so excited to be sharing this journey, and from all your comments I see that a lot of you guys are pregnant at the same time I am. I'm so happy that we're doing this together, and I feel like, you know, we're in this exclusive mommies club. I wrote everything down. I just want to make sure that I cover everything before I forget, because I'm so forgetful. I'm already forgetful as it is, and then add this pregnancy and I'm like always forgetting everything. So I am officially 25 weeks and 3 days pregnant today. That puts me in the third trimester, about 6 months now. I think 6.5 months-ish. Let's rewind. I found out I was pregnant when I was 6 weeks along, and we were trying, but I didn't think that we were pregnant just because I was using an app to follow along with my ovulation dates and to see when I was most fertile. And according to the app, it said that I was fertile during this window, and we missed the window. And I was like, there's no way I can be pregnant. I mean, there is a way I can be pregnant because the app could be wrong. I was breastfeeding Preston all the way up until 9 months, and then I didn't get my period until 10 or 11 months. I was using the OVIA app to keep track of my periods then, but the longer of a period history you have, the more accurate the app is with your fertile window. So I only had about 2 months of history in the app, 2 or 3 months, so that's probably why it wasn't very accurate in telling me when I was most fertile. By the 3rd month of us trying, we missed that fertile window, and then I just thought I'm probably not going to be pregnant. But I was having kind of weird symptoms. When I was pregnant with Preston, I didn't find out I was pregnant until about 4 months in, and that's just because I have really irregular periods. I didn't really think I was pregnant because I miss my periods all the time and it comes late. I'm always craving weird food, so I didn't really have any signs of being pregnant until 1 month went by, and then 2 months went by without my period, and then by the 3rd month that I didn't get my period, I was like, wait a minute, something's up. So I decided to take a pregnancy test, and sure enough, I was pregnant. So this time I was 6 weeks along, and I didn't think I was pregnant, but we were trying. So I had bought a bunch of pregnancy tests, and FYI, you guys, if you guys are trying, don't waste your money. Well, I shouldn't say don't waste your money, but I didn't waste my money on those expensive pregnancy tests. You know, the ones you get at Target, they're like $10 each. I just bought the dollar ones from the dollar store, and they work just as fine. Pregnancy tests can get expensive. Every time you test to see if you're pregnant, it's 10 bucks. I was testing it with the dollar store pregnancy test, and I had peed on it, and then I went to go take a shower. I just left it there because I didn't really think I was going to be pregnant. So I went to take a shower, and then I came out, and then I kind of forgot about it. And then I looked down, and the stick was like right on the counter, on the bathroom counter. And I was like, oh my gosh, is that a line? There's no way. At this point, it was just a very faint line. Let me go grab the pregnancy test so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I don't know if the lines will still be there, but I want to show you. So this was the very first test that I took. It was on 7/14, and you can see that the line is super duper faint. When I originally took the test, this line was even more faint than that. It was like barely noticeable. After I took this test, I took a picture of it and sent to my girlfriend, and I was like, do you see a line there? Because it could be my imagination. I'm not sure if there's a line or if I'm pretending that there is a line. The following day on 7/15 and 7/16, I took another test, and you can see that the lines got darker. So there you go on July 15th, and then on July 16th, the lines got darker. So obviously I'm getting more pregnant, and the test can detect more of the HTC levels in my body. So that's why the lines are showing up more and more. On 7/17, I whipped out the fancy schmancy pregnancy test, the one that says pregnant or not pregnant, and it said pregnant. You guys see that? It said pregnant. So I was very, very ecstatic, and I was so excited about being pregnant and finding out that I was so early on, because I didn't get to have this experience last time. Last time I found out when I was 4 months pregnant, way far along, so I totally skipped my very first trimester. Hi guys, it is Thursday, August 3rd, and I am here at my very first doctor's visit. I think I'm about 7 weeks along now, but I'm not too sure. So once we do the ultrasound, we get to find out how far along I am and how I'm doing and stuff. I'm feeling very nervous and very excited, of course, because this is a new chapter in our lives. And I'm nervous because I feel like children are such a blessing, and they are gifts from God, and it's so many things can go wrong during a pregnancy, and I don't want to focus on the negative at all. Like, I try to just focus on the positive, but it's very nerve-wracking. I just hope for a very healthy and happy pregnancy. I'm gonna do things a little bit differently this time around. I'm not gonna be as crazy as I was with the last one, because I think the last one I was just too strict on myself, and that may have caused me to be unhappy. So I'm not gonna be that strict on myself this time around, and I'm just so excited. I have a few minutes before I have to be in there, and yeah, it's just gonna be a new chapter in our lives, and it's gonna be so exciting. A family of 4. I'm gonna be a mom of 2. 2 under 2. It's gonna be great. So I'm so excited. I don't think I'm able to film during the ultrasound. There's no cameras or pictures allowed during the ultrasound, but I'll try to sneak a little bit here and there, see if I can get anything. But yeah, let's go and let's do this. Hi guys, so I just finished with my ultrasound appointment. They did a vaginal ultrasound. I didn't know that they were gonna do that, but they did that because they said I'm pretty far, or not, I'm not pretty far along, I'm pretty early on to get the best results to do a vaginal ultrasound. So that's what we did, and this is the little bean. Bean is right here, and according to the last date of my period, I'm supposed to be 8 weeks and 3 days, but the tech measure need to be at 7 weeks, so they're gonna go off of the 7 weeks measurement, which will put me at a due date of March 20th. So March 20th will be the due date, guys. I didn't see a doctor today, just the ultrasound, and then I had my blood drawn. Okay, so that wasn't very fun, but they had to do it, and they took 8 tubes of blood. It was a lot of blood, so I'm feeling a little lightheaded right now. I probably should get some sugar in my system before I pass out. All done with the appointment. I'm gonna go home now and get something to eat. This pregnancy compared to last pregnancy, I feel like it's kind of been the same, if not better. Last time I had a lot of sensitivity to smells. I already have a very sensitive nose. I can smell things from like a mile away. Any little scent I can pick up right away. So when I was pregnant with Preston, my nose just became times 10, maybe times 100. I could pick up on smells so quickly, and it was just so intense, that to the point where like I just could not even stand it. And at the time I was working at a beauty store, and I would have to be around a lot of fragrances, and I was just like, oh my god. It's so intense in here, I gotta go. With this pregnancy, however, I feel like it wasn't even that heightened. It was a little bit, but barely anything. I wasn't sensitive to any kind of smells or anything. Nothing really made me kind of nauseous and throw up. I did have a little bit of morning sickness in the beginning, and that was mostly because I was just feeling nauseous in the morning. I didn't throw up or anything. Last pregnancy, I didn't throw up either, but I was very nauseous in the morning and at night and throughout the day. Last pregnancy, I was more nauseous than this pregnancy. This pregnancy, I was just a little bit nauseous here and there, and it just kind of went away. I remember being super tired last pregnancy. I just could not keep my eyes open. I would sleep everywhere. I remember when I was at work, I would go to my car on my lunch break and just sleep because I'm so tired. I'm just dead. This pregnancy, not too bad. Maybe because I have a little toddler running around and I can't just sleep whenever I want to, but I do remember during my first trimester, whenever Preston would nap, I would nap with him. And then once I entered my second trimester, I got my energy back. This pregnancy, you guys, has been flying by so quickly. I barely even had a chance to blink, and I feel like I'm about to give birth. And it doesn't help that we're around the holidays. We're so busy as it is. I feel kind of guilty. I haven't really had a chance to embrace this pregnancy and talk to the baby as much as I did with Preston. With Preston, I had a lot of time to myself, so I would play music for him. I would talk to him, rub my belly and do things like that. But with this pregnancy, I feel like I forget that I'm pregnant sometimes. I feel like I'm just 100 miles per hour doing things, taking care of P. He is so active, so I don't really have any downtime. Entering my third trimester now, I would have to say that I've been really fortunate and blessed that I've had a really easygoing and healthy pregnancy so far. I cannot complain about anything. I haven't really had any weird cravings or anything like that, just mostly in the beginning, I was craving a lot of Mexican food, anything sour and spicy. I was just like, oh my gosh, I need it right now. So I was eating a lot of Mexican food with lots of lime and chili peppers, like tons and tons of spices, because I just wanted to eat spicy all the time. And then I remember I was addicted to these Oh Snap pickles, the hot ones, and then I would eat them with the extreme hot Cheetos. That was like my go-to thing, and I would eat that all the time. And then into my second trimester, I just kind of stopped. And then now my cravings are mostly sweets. So I like lots of chocolate, cakes, anything sweet I really like, but I try not to eat it too much just because, it's not healthy for you. And now into my third trimester, I am still tired, but mostly from running around and looking after P, and I have this big bulging belly. Last time I barely even showed. Up until about 6 months, I had a little bit of a bump, but nothing much. And then this time around, about 4 months, I already had a little bump. My sweet tooth cravings, soda. Oh my gosh, you guys. I want to drink soda so much. And last time when I was pregnant with P, I drank a soda every day. I drank Coke Zero, an ice cold Coke Zero. Oh my gosh, that was so amazing. And then this time around, I'm trying not to drink the sodas, but every now and then I would reward myself and drink a soda. But I try to mostly stick with sparkling water. So anything bubbly really quenches my thirst, and it just makes me feel so good. A lot of candy, lots of chocolate, ice cream. Oh my gosh, I've been craving durian. This pregnancy, I've been craving durian. And if you guys don't know what durian is, listen, you guys, I have a thing about people hating on durian. I get it, it's a very exotic fruit, but come on, don't hate on it unless you try it first. I know it has like a weird smell. I feel like everybody and their moms want to hate on durian so bad. I love durian, and I know that it's an acquired taste, but so is caviar, okay? So relax, stop hating on durian. I see all these videos on BuzzFeed about, oh, people trying durian for the first time, and they're so dramatic about it. Relax, okay? It's really good. Anyway, so I've been craving a lot of durian cakes, durian ice cream, durian macaroons. My friend Amy has been coming through with my pregnancy cravings because she's been hooking it up with the durian ice cream and the durian macaroons. And they're so good. I want to say that I'm kind of coming out of that stage right now, but I still like it here and there. Cake, tiramisu. Oh my gosh, I really want a tiramisu so bad right now. I've been craving the tiramisu from Maggiano's. I think that's like my favorite tiramisu up to date. When I was in Vegas, we went to Maggiano's and hung out, had a latte and some tiramisu, and I was just in heaven. I was lucky enough during my first pregnancy that I did not get any stretch marks. However, I want to say this time around, I feel like I am getting a little bit of stretch marks. The other day I took a shower and then I looked down on my belly, and on my whole right side I saw like a bunch of stretch marks, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to do something about this. So I bought this Mother's oil that I'm gonna put right here for you guys so you guys can see. I used that oil last time to prevent stretch marks, and then I kind of forgot about it this time, but I ordered it off Amazon and then I started using it again. Stretch marks are hereditary. So my mom didn't get any stretch marks with my brother and I, and luckily I didn't get any stretch marks with Preston, but who knows if I will get stretch marks this time or not. I feel like my belly is expanding at a very rapid rate, so I might end up with stretch marks. Who knows? But ever since I've been using that oil, I've been lathering it on my belly day and night. I've just been trying to keep my belly area and my back and my sides, I've been trying to keep that moisturized so I don't get stretch marks. Hopefully it works. I started using the oil and then I've kind of noticed a little bit of decrease in the visibility of the stretch marks. So I'm gonna show you guys my belly probably at the end of the video. So I've been experiencing a little bit of sharp pain here and there, which is unusual. My last pregnancy, I did not experience that at all. Maybe towards the end of the pregnancy, around 37, 38, 39 weeks, I did kind of feel a little bit of sharp pains, and that might have been Braxton Hicks, but this time I feel like I'm getting random sharp pains here and there, which I talked to my doctor about. I went to see my doctor on Monday. She kept note of it, and you know, she's gonna keep an eye on it. And then I also told her that I was experiencing less movements from baby, and she is very cautious about things like that. I was kind of debating whether or not I wanted to tell her, just because I didn't want to seem like a worry warrior, but I probably would have regretted it if I didn't tell her. So I was just like, you know what? Any concerns I have, big or small, I'm just gonna tell her, just because I'm not a doctor, so I don't know what's normal and what's not. I just know what I'm experiencing. So if I feel like it might be a concern, even though it's so small, I'm just gonna tell her anyways, just because I don't want any problems in the future and then find out that I could have prevented it. I told her at my 24-week visit that I was experiencing less kicks from the baby, and she did an ultrasound on me and she said everything looked good. My amniotic fluid levels look fine and baby's moving around. But actually, after I told her that, baby has been moving around a lot more. My kicks are always around 10 o'clock at night. That's when baby moves around the most, and she said that we're gonna start counting kicks probably like next week. I don't really want to eat anything in my third trimester. Nothing really sounds good to me. I remember in the first and second trimester, food sounded amazing, and there would be certain things that I would like think of and be like, oh my gosh, that sounds so good, I want to eat it so bad. But now it's getting really hard to find something that I like. Nothing sounds good. And then when I eat, I don't have a lot of space in my stomach. There's legit no real estate in my stomach to store any sort of food, because I feel like when I eat just a little bit, I'm full. And then I don't get hungry again until hours later. I kind of remember this happening with my last pregnancy too. I really didn't have an appetite, and I would have to force myself to eat breakfast and lunch and dinner just to stay healthy. So you know how some pregnant women can't stand certain things? I used to love salmon, and this pregnancy, I cannot stand it. The word salmon just makes me gag. I can't stand the smell of it. I can't stand the thought of it. I can't stand the word. I can't stand looking at it. It just grosses me out, and it's just yuck. Yuck. My weight gain so far has been about 15 pounds. I want to say I was 112 prior to getting pregnant, and I had lost all my pregnancy weight with Preston already. I think with Preston I gained about 30 pounds. I was around 110 before getting pregnant, and then at the end of my pregnancy I was 140. So 110, 120, 30, 40. Yeah, I gained about 27 to 30 pounds with Preston. This pregnancy so far, I think I've gained about 15 pounds. I was about 112 prior to getting pregnant, and then now I think I'm about 127. So 112, 122, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So I've gained about 15 pounds so far. As far as my skin, nails, and hair, you guys, It has been amazing. I have nothing to complain about as far as that goes. My skin has been super clear. I've never had a problem with my skin anyways, but I feel like being pregnant, I really don't have a problem with my skin. I feel like it's just super clear. I remember when I was pregnant with Preston, I got a whole bunch of whiteheads under my skin. And I had a lot of that when I was pregnant with Preston, but with this pregnancy, no problems with my skin so far. It's been super clear. It's very glowy, which thank you God, I appreciate it. Also, my hair, it's probably because I'm taking prenatals. My hair has just been feeling very, very thick and luscious, and it's just growing so much. I think I've had this much growth in about 8 months, which is pretty substantial, because I remember I got my hair done 8 months ago, and then my nails, I've never had problems with my nails, but now they're extra thick. I do have a little bit of shortness of breath. That's probably because, you know, I'm pregnant, and yeah, that's normal. So I do have shortness of breath. If I'm talking to you and then I feel like I'm panting for air, that's because I am. I know it's not sexy, but it comes with the territory. Drinking coffee. I was drinking coffee in one of my vlogs, and I had somebody ask me, like, is it safe to drink coffee? And that really depends on your OB. My OB, she said that a cup of coffee a day is fine. Last pregnancy, I did not have an ounce of coffee the entire pregnancy. The minute I found out I was pregnant, I stopped coffee. And I remember being miserable because I really like and enjoy drinking coffee. Like, I don't drink alcohol, and I feel like my coffee is like, you know, what I do to feel good. People go out on the weekends, you know, I drink coffee in the morning. That's what I do, and it makes me feel good. So that was taken away from me, and I just kind of felt, this sucks. This pregnancy, I don't drink a ton of coffee. This is a grande cup, and this is a peppermint latte. I'll drink half of this today, and then the other half I'll drink tomorrow. But I don't really think I drink a ton of coffee. I definitely don't torture myself and keep myself away from coffee this time around, but I don't, like, you know, drink a whole bunch either. So it really depends on your OB if she's okay or he's okay with you drinking coffee during your pregnancy. But for the majority of things that I've read online, and for the majority of people that I've watched that are pregnant, they drink coffee and it's fine. My prenatals. Oh my gosh, my leg is asleep. I'll show you guys which prenatals that I take. It's downstairs right now. I take one of the rainbow pills a day. It's like a horse pill, and it smells disgusting. But I take that, and then the fish oil, which is a salmon fish oil, and it stinks every time I burp it up. Oh my god, it stinks so bad. I ordered it off Amazon, and Amazon's like the easiest thing. The last pregnancy, I was taking this other prenatal. It's seriously insane horse pills, and I had to take 3 a day. And I was like, you know what? I'm not putting myself through that again. That's way too much to remember. And these pills are huge. Like, ew. Another really weird symptom, you guys. And I don't know if you guys experienced this, but this happened to me last pregnancy and this pregnancy too. So I have really, really bizarre dreams. Bizarre. Last night I had a dream, and these dreams are so vivid, you guys. I'll remember every single little detail about this dream. So last night I had a dream about this girl that I went to middle school with, and I have not spoken to her, spoken about her, seen her since middle school until now. There has been no trace of her and I, or her, in my life whatsoever. And last night I had a dream about her. If you guys have bizarre dreams while you're pregnant, let me know, because I have these really bizarre dreams, and sometimes they're like violent, and it's just stuff that's totally irrelevant that you don't even think about, or you know, things that like have no relevancy to your life. I have really bizarre, vivid dreams. Charlie horses. My last pregnancy, I had a lot of Charlie horses, especially when I was sleeping in the middle of the night. I would just get these Charlie horses, or when I stretch my legs, and oh my gosh, I would get these Charlie horses, and it would hurt so freaking bad, you guys. But I learned a trick. It's mostly happening when I stretch. When I'm sleeping at night, I like to stretch my legs out, and then I'll feel the Charlie horse coming. And as soon as I feel it coming on, I flip my feet up like this, and I stop it right away, because the more you stretch, oh my gosh, that Charlie horse hurts so bad. So I just put my feet up like this, and Charlie horse stops. That's a really great trick if you guys are experiencing Charlie horses too. because I was getting them a lot during last pregnancy, and I would just have to suffer every single time I got the Charlie horse because it would hurt so bad. I didn't know how to stop it. Also, I've been feeling very sensitive in my boobs. Last pregnancy, it was a lot worse. This time around, not as bad, but still very sensitive. And I feel like my boobs have gotten bigger and it just feels very heavy. I don't have sensitive nipples like last time. Last time my nipples were so sensitive. If I didn't wear a bra and I wore like a t-shirt or something and the fabric grazed the nipples, oh my gosh, it would hurt so bad. And definitely if anybody came too close and tried to hug me, pain. Okay guys, I'm gonna show you my belly. Okay. So this is the belly situation right now. I wasn't this big until about 7 or 8 months last time. So here's a side view of the belly. Hello belly. Hello little baby. Okay, hello belly. That is it today for my pregnancy update video. I'll see you guys next week for next week's pregnancy update. I will be 26 weeks next week, and I think I'm gonna have these videos go up every single Friday. So be sure to tune into my pregnancy update videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next Friday. Bye! Mwah.